Welcome back everyone to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls 2. In this episode we are going to be defeating the first boss of 2 of the Forest of Fallen Giants area. I keep trying to call it the Forest of the Lost Giants, but that's not true at all. So, what am I doing? Well, I'm going down here. This is a shortcut we opened up just last episode by backtracking around. Anyways, I was looking through what I got, trying to stock up on literally anything and everything, just in case. Due to a very helpful notice before that said it was like enemy and then boss ahead. I knew that guy was there. That door you can't go into yet, but later. I believe you get it. You get the key from the boss. Anyways, this is the first boss of the game, so check it out right now. Holy shit, that's terrifying, right? Well, this is my second try at this boss. First time, I walked in here with a phantom, and we both got destroyed. Mainly because I died to one hit. This guy hit so hard. But my second try in here, I know what to do. It was actually recommended by a comment I found on the ground, which said try sweeping attacks. I believe. Yeah. The legs are the key, because you could home in on the face, I believe, but if you hit the legs, you can dodge his attacks much easier. Looks like there was a dog barking outside. You can dodge his attacks much easier, I'll say. Using a little bit of throwing knives here just because I have them. You know, those are nice. But he fucking takes off his arm to hit you with it. Like, that's just badass, because it increases the range. Like, holy shit. I'm not gonna not swear from that. That's crazy. Like, wow. But regardless, all in all, I think the strategy here is mainly stay really close, really close. I almost died there. Holy crap. Stay as close as possible, because his sweeping attacks are just that, sweeping. But he's so tall that you could stand underneath his butt essentially, and you won't be hit. So I'm right there. That was like a foot away. This fight was full of close calls, but all in all, it went pretty well, and I actually killed him on my second try on my own, which, you know, let's pat on the back for me. I'm not going to defeat every boss without a phantom, but for the most part, I'll try to. I will be using phantoms for the next, or not next to, but like a couple of the bosses, just so you could see how phantoms look, and I could just get a little bit of help, because sometimes you need help, even in Dark Souls. I mean, it's built into the game. But regardless, I was just looking around here. I don't really think there's anything down here in the area to check out, no sort of hidden walls as far as I could tell. So with that, we're heading back, and actually, the more I think about it, I don't actually know how you open that door that was right before the boss. I assume you get the key somewhere, but I don't know where. It's probably in the forest area. No clue. Regardless, I always recommend that you go back and level up after you use your souls, or at least use your souls in some way, because they could be lost so easily. Just 2 deaths and they're gone for good. So I'm going to go back here and level up. I got a bunch of levels. Mainly strength is one thing, but all in all, I'm just trying to make my character more beefy, not like attacking wise, but just sort of so he could take more hits, because right now he's pretty weak, and he can't wear too much armor because I started as swordsman, so I had that like high dex and all that. but maybe it would have been better to pick like a knight or something. But you know, live and learn. I could always just like respec the souls later. I can always make a new character from other playthroughs, because that's what I usually do. I tried to, like, in the first playthrough at least, I always pick something that looks good and then just go from there. If it's bad, it's bad. But then later on I try to actually sort of min-max, like you know how it goes, like just sort of sloppy stuff first, and then actually trying to make good characters later on. I was trying here. I heard, I don't know if it's true, that adaptability quickens how fast you have animations like drinking Estus and whatnot. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. I don't remember. It was either on the subreddit, in the strategy guide, or on a wiki. I don't... Sorry. I don't remember. I'm not looking up stuff to spoil myself, but just looking up small things like what does adaptability do, the starting class, or starting weapon, or yeah, starting classes, weapons, things like that. Also, pay attention. These guys aren't going to be here forever. Something I heard is that apparently in Dark Souls 2, I'm pretty sure this didn't happen at all in the first one. Again, love the halberd. Is that after a while, I don't know if it's certain triggers of bosses or areas or what, some mobs will just stop spawning entirely. So I should mention, this is a soldier key. You got that from the boss just before. This is one of the doors you could open with it. I believe there are 3 total doors you could open. But regardless, just some mobs just stop appearing. So like the mobs down there, the one against the wall and the one on the bridge, just no longer there after this sort of area. I think it might be after you open this door. I'm not sure. But regardless, this fucker, another one of these. I don't know what they're called. I could probably look up the name right now, actually, which I think I'll do. But I've been affectionately calling them turtle guys because they have a turtle shell on them, on their back, and their whole thing is if you get behind them and try to backstab, they're going to fall down and crush you. So I have been trying to avoid looking at the strategy guide too much because I don't want to spoil too much for myself. But sometimes looking up guides can be helpful because sometimes you accidentally do certain stuff that's not super smart. Like killing an NPC. That is probably going to be useful. Cough, cough, I did that. They're called the Ironclad Soldier. It makes sense. I got the Ironclad helmet from them. Helm, not helmet, but I got an Ironclad helm from them a while back. But yeah, like, they're only, I think they're human. I think they're supposed to be human. They just have really beefy armor. But anyways, the whole thing with them is that they're just that. They're ironclad. They are super strong for armor. Well, I mean, not to my halberd, but, like, you don't want to run up and try to, like, punch them or anything, because it's not going to work. Also, they're just so big. It's hard. It's actually intimidating to get too close, but really... oh god, right there. Almost all their hits, if they don't kill you, they're gonna knock you into the air, which is pretty strong. Super unnecessary firebomb right there. From what I can tell, they have, well, the different kinds have different attack patterns. But one thing that is common is that there are certain hollows that have, what do you call it, hatchets. And the hollows with hatchets have a same move as some Ironclad soldiers with, like, hammers or maces. You know, the hammer type of weapon. They'll run at you while holding it up, and they'll try to get as close as possible to slam it down upon you. Which can be very dangerous, but regardless. So this little area is, as far as I could tell, optional. You don't need to go through here, because I don't think it actually goes to anywhere. But there is a bonfire in here, so this place can be nice if you're trying to farm for ironclad items, because the bonfire is just past that guy. You see a doorway onto your left, it's the next doorway over. There's 2 ironclad guys that we can see right now. Another hollow over past that my death over there, because This is actually like the second or third time I've been through here, because actually learning these guys' patterns and whatnot takes a lot of time. But yeah, a lot of times this guy will just swing or do that. It's a lot rarer that they'll actually chase after you or do a 3-hit combo, but I've seen them do it. If you want to get the bonfire really quickly, you could just do exactly what I'm about to do. Run and then jump by pressing down on L3 or pressing circle, depending on your setting. The bonfire is to my left right now. I recommend just bull rushing your way in there and using the bonfire, but if you kill these guys, you know, that's all it works to. And by the way, that was the helm I was talking about. Don't use it, or you can use it, I don't use it. Anyways, bonfire, but I didn't even realize. First, this guy, I don't know why he's here, but he's a giant that rests in peace. I don't know if there's anything to do with him, if there's any sort of secret world event with him, but he's there. And lovely, we have a bonfire. It's very nice and very useful if you want to check out this area, but I'm not going to bother. So instead, I'm actually going to check out another area you could actually go to with the soldier's key, which is actually the area that we've been seeing a bit across the gap from us, right over there. I was just sort of looking around, trying to find out, how do I get around there? How do I get around? Well, I'll figure it out in a minute, because at first you'd think you could run over there by going to the right when you were coming in from the outside sort of facing area with the big sword. But that door, another soldier's key door, because you can tell that because it has that a grid pattern with a I like that someone's like, hooray for open area. This thing, I don't remember which ring it is, but it's Ring of Restoration. It's a nice ring. It slowly regenerates your health, very slowly, but hey, it's nice. It's just something. If you get like tapped, it's always nice to be full up on health. But there will be more exploration in this area, I think, later on, because the door to my left is very important, I think. I actually don't know what the door is for or how you get into it, but it tells you that you need something. So we probably will be coming back here, and it's probably going to be like an orange mist gate, like in Dark Souls 1. Produce the symbol of the king. Yep. So in the next episode, we are going to be tackling the second boss of the area and doing some more stuff. So I will see you then. Goodbye.